Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Thursday to you. I haven't given a recap for a couple days. Sorry about that. Been busy. Not a whole lot's going on for me. I did watch some of the GameStop congressional hearing. I guess I didn't realize it was going to be a 3-day event. So probably watching more of that. It's kind of interesting. I feel like it's too many. It's just too many people and different things they're trying to accomplish. I think they should have separated them out, because some of it has to do with, I mean, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about. Some has to do with if there was manipulation with the stock price, bringing in Gil, and then some of it has to do with Robinhood, if they were paid off or whatever the inside stuff was going on with the Melvin Capital, and then some of it has to do with Melvin Capital, and it's like way too many different things. They're trying to have all these different people in the same Zoom call to trying to get it done. Like, I don't even know. They gotta just, to me, they gotta separate it out, get this done, figure it out, move on to the next thing, and in the end they're gonna try and have more regulation or something. But whether that's the goal or not, they've got too many different moving parts, in my opinion, to get a conclusion. But I'll probably keep watching it anyways. Long term today stayed pretty flat, I guess. It looks bad, but it's not too bad. Corsair, yeah, Corsair keeps selling off, which is kind of interesting. Oh, I didn't even notice IMR selling off. Interesting. Down 10% today. Wow. Well, I'll pick up those last 10 shares to give myself 100 shares to sell some Prem. Looks like it's, yeah, maybe we'll find support here at 12 something. And then on Webull, we made some moves today. We made some moves, so we're up a little bit on this account today. Kind of moving around. Let me just look at what we did. I'll have to try and remember it. Why is this order history? Why is this like this? This is from, why is this last 1 month? Order filled this week. Oh, that's why. There we go. So yeah, today, here you go. I bought into FRX, which is a SPAC merging with Beachbody. SPACs have been just getting dumb money put into them lately, where they've just gone crazy. I don't know if it's a dumb money like an EV play right now, but I think Beachbody will be pretty good. I had a little bump up today, and I bought it. So my average price is $11.50 on that. It actually ran up right after I bought it, because it came up yesterday. So from here it was $10.97. It came up to $11.62. I picked it up right here, and then I don't know if there's more news, but maybe just getting more attention. It just started running up. So that's good. I'll play that until I think they've already gotten confirmation that they're going to be merging with Beachbody. So I'll kind of probably play it until that goes through, and then typical SPAC, I think they'll sell off after they actually merge. So we'll probably sell it after that, or just wait for validation, basically where the trend looks like it's stopping. But so far it's looking good. It's bullish to me. So we got that, and then order history this week. Okay, cool. Got that, and then I picked back up HOL, which is a SPAC merging with Astra, which is a rocket company. It'll be the first rocket company publicly traded, and this one should go pretty crazy. If you think about SpaceX, not SpaceX, well, yeah, I mean SpaceX, yeah, and how much hype that has. Not a publicly traded stock, but also space, Virgin Galactic, and then Kathy Wood's new ETF about space. I think the space is going to be huge, and we've already started to see it. It started with EVs, and now I think it's kind of also space, and it might transition more into space, how it's been with EVs. But this one I think will be huge. I bought it somewhere around here before, swung trade it, sold it out here after confirmation, and then kind of what I was trying to do is actually working out fine. I figured it would probably sell off and then consolidate. Didn't have too much of a sell-off, consolidated for a couple days, and then yeah, bumped up today, and I bought back in. So I kind of played it about right. I bought in about where I sold out, so I could have held it those days, but I'd like to think in those days I made money with other swing trades. At any rate, yeah, I mean, if I just held it, I guess I'd be back kind of where this was. So whatever, it's up today. I was kind of waiting for this after this consolidation, so I think it'll continue to steam ahead and break new highs, and that's HOL. I'd maybe like to get a little bigger position. I didn't have a whole lot of capital at that point, But yeah, we'll see how that does. Maybe it'll cool off tomorrow. So CCIV, you guys remember I've swung traded some. I've kind of missed big moves on it just because I've been kind of sketched out about it not being confirmed. And I know the way to make money is just to buy the rumor, sell the news, or that's what people do. And so the rumor to me though is good. It's just for whatever reason the CCIV hasn't. I've been too convinced. I've just been sketched out. Anyways, I bought in. List says yes. No. So I bought in like, okay, here. Bought in 2 days ago. Average price $52. It's run up. So this was on the news of them talking about the financing with the merger. So that was pretty bullish. I thought it was them confirming the merger, and I bought it, and I was like, oh shoot, because typically I feel like once it's confirmed, it'll sell off a little bit before it maybe runs up, and then, but maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just sell off from then until after it's merged, and then until, you know. So these kind of go through phases, these SPACs, but it wasn't. It was just talks of financing going through, different kind of financing. So it was bullish. Got it at $52.95. I sold some of it. I sold 30 shares here and 8 shares there. So we made, I don't even know if this doesn't really say it, but we didn't make it free yet because this is 57, 30. No, because it wasn't up 100%. I mean, we made pretty good money on it though. I still have exposure to it, so kind of just riding it for a little bit. It kind of was hitting a top today, and might not be a real top. I mean, it could just be below consolidation. Yeah, so it's hard to tell. It's like this red candle starting to opening and closing, or rather closing below the 9 moving average. MACD's kind of starting to cross over, but it's not a strong confirmation that it's hit a top. So tomorrow it might be still going. So I still have exposure. I still have my shares here. I just made it smaller, brought it down closer to $1,000 because this was like $3,000 position, but we made money with it. So kind of swing trading on here, I guess. Yeah, we were up a little. We were up like $300 today, and then I think CCIV kind of came down a little bit. So TLRY and GameStop, yeah, those are kind of pulling down the account right now, or this account. So TLRY really had a sell-off today, unfortunately, and we'll go over that on my E-Trade account. But I think this will probably come back up. Was there news? I can't even remember. Oh, some analyst says it's not compelling as a standalone business. Look at Afria. I think that was actually kind of the news that some analysts were being bearish. So I think that kind of pulled it back. Not a huge deal on my shares, but on my options, it's going to kind of suck. GameStop, then, of course, it's funny. This moved like Trump would when Trump would speak, just from deep effing value, ETH, when he would talk. This I wasn't actually watching when this would go on, but this little bump right here, this is when he started talking and answering questions. It literally was driving the stock. It was so awesome to see. But yeah, this sold off pretty heavy, and I'm not too sure why. I was kind of hoping it would hold support. Is $50, like $48 range. Now it's at 40, so way oversold though. Yeah, we'll see. This might launch up tomorrow. I really don't know. The range over here that it was before was kind of had a pretty big range, 45, 34. So it's maybe kind of getting back into that range in here, kind of the 40 range. And I kind of said that before, like it might go all the way down to kind of this 40, 38, kind of that range when it was up here. So we'll see. But yeah, so both these are kind of hurting this little swing account right now, but they're shares, so it's not a problem. E-Trade, we made some moves today. History, wow, look at all that stuff we did today. So TLRY, we had those debit spreads we legged into, and I keep saying I'll do another video on it. Basically, I spent $50 to buy 2 calls on TLRY a month or so ago, and that's when TLRY was like half this price. Shot up. We ended up making like $1,500 on the play, and I almost held it till tomorrow, and then TLRY was really starting to, it was kind of selling off, so I think it's good I got out of it, because it was like here, it was still above 30, and it had to stay above 30 for the debit spread to get max profit. It had to stay above 30 by close tomorrow, and I wasn't convinced. I was like, I don't know. So I got out of that one, and I kind of sold off more, and I'm like, oh man, my other one, it had to stay above 27 by close tomorrow. Like, I should just get out of both these. So basically, I was like on both of them combined, I was like 200 and maybe $20 from max profit, but still closed them both out and made like 1400 on the whole play. So that's fine, because if this closes below, I don't even know, you get assignment. If it's in between, you get just a mess. I wouldn't let that happen. I would have closed it, but it just, yeah, and it's selling off for some reason. So it might not stay above that 28 price by tomorrow. So glad I sold those. STPK, same deal. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to take some profits. I didn't want to leave stuff out there because I'm not paying attention right now in the market like I usually am. I'm kind of tied up with other stuff. So kind of wanted to get some cash, take some cash off the table. This one sold off 12.5% today. I'm not sure. Looked at the news on here. Oh, well, there it is. Board of directors for post-merger public company. There's maybe some news on that. I won't look into it right now, but I'm still bullish on this one, STPK, and I just closed out. This one was like $500 max profit, but instead I made like 430. So it was just a little bit less to sell it out today. So I sold that one out today. I did open up a credit spread on SOS. I haven't played SOS yet. I was like not sure if I should do it, and I did it. I'm like, so I don't know, because I was looking at the chart and I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be bearish, and then I was like, this is a hard to predict pattern right now, because this could be kind of a bull flag. I don't know. This one's kind of sketchy. I might close it early tomorrow, because it's also kind of aggressive. Basically, it has to close below $10 tomorrow, because let's see right here, sold short social. So I did two contracts. I bought, let's say buyer. Okay, I bought the 12.5 call and I sold the $10 call, and I did 2 of them. So yeah, basically has to close below 10. There's big spreads on them, so I would have gotten a closer one, but it was 10 or like 12.5, and they one more premium than the 12.5. So it's got to come down tomorrow. If it's pretty red, I might just dump it. We'll see. After hours, it's kind of showing strength. So I don't know. That one's not my favorite. I almost just bought it back, but whatever. Corsair. Okay, yeah, I opened up a big credit spread on Corsair, and so here it is. I guess it's a big return if it works out. Let me just look at it on here. Filled. Okay, so 265. Can I see it? Oh, here it's in my positions. So right here, these other Corsair plays weren't working out. They're expiring tomorrow, and Corsair's been selling off. So, and this one I got in a little too early also. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it was going to keep selling off today. But this is basically it. Max profit $795, and then max loss is $700, and Corsair has to be above $790 or no, $40. Has to be above $40 by March 19th. So we've got some pretty good time on it. I am bullish on the stock long term. If you look at the kind of the little trend line I drew, I think it'll probably bounce off this, and I think it'll run up, and I think it'll break new highs, kind of how it's done here, and then break past this. And I wanted to just buy naked calls, but it's like kind of expensive, and like I'll just do credit spread. So give myself a month of time, and it's got to close up above $40, which to me should be pretty easy to do in a month, unless if there's a crazy market correction and this is part of it, and then so you never know. If this thing runs up crazy in the next like week or two, like $50-$60, then I'll buy it back for, you know, whatever, 70 or 80% profit, and not try and hold till expiration. And that's a safe way to do it. So this gives me over a month of time on that credit spread. I'd like to buy more shares in the long term, because it's so low right now. It's actually below our cost basis, which is crazy. I never thought it'd come back down there. But I don't have any money in this account, any more capital, so gotta wait for other stuff to go up to sell it and rotate into that. And that's UWMC, Beery, and those aren't doing anything cool right now. Oh, this thing's looking bullish after hours. Meh. So yeah, picked up that Corsair credit spread for long term. My Airbnb covered call I closed. So I had a 210 covered call on Airbnb, and I closed out of that. I'm bearish on Airbnb, but then I looked here and I'm like, it could kind of bounce off this, and the way Airbnb moves tomorrow, it might shoot up to 210. and I just didn't want to risk it for like 30 bucks left. So we made 700 something on that play though, which is kind of cool on the covered call, just selling a call on it. But it was a rolled over, so technically it was like 300 or 400 for this week. But I'll open up another covered call on Airbnb once it's on a green day, basically. And yeah, I mean, on this count, this isn't quite right because there's spreads, there's shares, but this says we're down 1100 today. But it's not, like I said, it's 1300. Not quite right. I mean, I think we're down some. Taking profits on some stuff did hurt me because I didn't get great fills. I wasn't patient and just did the market. But yeah, thankfully a lot of this stuff tomorrow will expire and clean up this account, and we'll just have shares. Oh, ACIC doing well. It's now added into Kathy Wood's one of their ARC ETFs, and I think that was this day it added, or this day. So good news. And we're up on those shares now 20%, so that's legit. And then the other shares we have, that other SPAC of the e-bike and e-scooter and all that, which is GRNV, hasn't done anything yet, so hasn't really had any news around it. So it kind of just, SPACs usually stay in this $10 range, and that's why I was pretty confident in it and decided to go for it. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm just waiting for some news to pick it up and pump it and get people stoked on it. And then that one should be good because that's a pretty big position. We put 5K into that one. But yeah, this account's looking good. I'm trying to move, so I'm moving over these shares of GRNV and my Airbnb shares. I guess I could do ACIC also over to my TD Ameritrade account, just because I don't really want stocks in that account because it confuses everything with like my options trading and my profit loss and what's actually happening. Because on a day like today, let's see, so we're down $400 just on Airbnb shares. It's like, okay, so I don't really know how we did on options today. And then these shares down 15. These ones were down, I don't know how shares that, but you get what I mean. Anyways, we'll keep watching the Congress hearing tomorrow. I won't be able to stream. I'll be too busy. But yeah, here's Forest Road, FRX. It's going, man. Somehow we just picked it like right at the right time. It was consolidating, and I was like, that's right. This Beachbody one, I heard about it. I want to get into it. Got into it. Oh, we'll see. I think this one's be good. CCIV, I'm glad I took profits, but I don't think this run is done. Might settle down, might come down here. I think it'll probably really be done once it's once they've confirmed the merger. Then it'll probably start selling off. TLRY and GameStop might be holding these for a bit. I don't know. Still have GameStop in the long term. Still believe in it. Good to see DFV all dressed up on the telly. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out.